Okay, so in this video, I just want to talk about Wofi and how to actually theme it, how easy it is to actually theme it. So I made a video about Wofi where you can actually theme that, install it and theme it. It's pretty easy as well. So Wofi is a more mature program on Hyprland with way more features than Wofi, but if you just want a application manager that does the basic stuff, then Wofi is perfect. And Wofi comes default with Hyprland. Wofi you have to install. Anyway, let's go to my notes. So what you need to do is Wofi is already installed, and all you have to do is create a folder or a directory Wofi, because it doesn't exist, in your local folders.config and then Wofi. So just use the make directory, and then you need to create two files in the Wofi directory or folder called config and style.css, and this is the files you're going to use to actually modify your Wofi. Right, so let's just copy this. I think these files are created. No, it's not created. Anyway, let's just copy that. Let's open a terminal. Right, well, let's just check if the files are created. So in my config file, is there any Wofi here? There's Rofi. So there's no Wofi here. I don't know how you say Rofi and Wofi. Is it Wofi or Rofi or Rofi and Wofi? I don't know. Right, so let's just paste that in. So what it does is it will make, so mkdir make directory dash p will make this Wofi directory, and then it will and then with the touch command you will create the config and the style. Let me just correct that quickly. It will create the config file and the style CSS. The config doesn't have extension, so it's correct. Right, I wonder if it will create it now. Why is that one not yellow? That's probably fine. Right, so let's see if it created it. So config, there's Wofi. Oh yeah, there's the config and there's the style CSS. Right, so now you can actually start editing it. Okay, let me just open my Wofi, if I remember the goddamn key to open it, because I kind of forgot the key, but it's super and X. So if you open it, this will be the default look of Wofi, unmodified. Okay, let's open the files actually now. So let's cd, where did I save it now? Done config. I'm so bad at typing and talking. Config Wofi. Right, ls into that. So there's that field. So I just use nano. Open the config first. Let us see what's in there. So it's obviously nothing in there. Okay, wait, let's exit there. There's another command. So obviously you have the two files now. Now you can include your own stuff in there if you know the type of settings that needs to go in there, or you can populate them by using these commands. So it will just populate them with the basic start commands for these files. So I'm just gonna copy that and put it in there. Let's see if it populate. Which one is this? The config file. Yeah. So it basically just puts the mode in there, equals drun. So this yellow part, this will be actually in the config file. In that file. So it will put this yellow text inside this file, and then the width and the height. So let's do that. And let's go to config now. And there it is. Mode drun. Just the default stuff. You can Google what needs to go into the config file if you want to put more stuff in there. location center, so it will be, if it opens it, it opens in the center of the screen. Right, so there's that, and then we want to populate the style CSS as well. So let's copy that. So as you can see, style CSS is empty, and then if we run that command, is that the right one now? Yeah, it just it should work. Okay, and then let's go to style CSS. Boom, puts that basic the default stuff in there. So window, input, inner box. What is this one? Entry, probably entry. Anyway, puts that stuff in there. And then if we open Wofi now, let me just check my my key bindings, because I'm using Rofi actually. Where is my key bindings now? It's X. Huh. Yeah, Rofi is R, Wofi is X. Now why is it not? Oh, there it is. Ah, okay, cool. Good stuff. So there's Wofi. So that settings that I put in was applied to it now, as you can see, because by default it wouldn't look like this. It just used some built-in default settings if you don't create those two files. And now we can actually modify it. I think it's the CSS file. Yeah, obviously it's the CSS file. So let's just see if it works. I copied a color here. Let's copy that. Let's put it in the input background color. Should we put it there? Yeah, why not? Let's put it in there. Let's see if it changes. Save the file. Okay, so I had to actually put in another line in window. That's where you change the color. So it's the background color obviously of the whole window, otherwise it won't change it. Alright, let's just put it so in the windows section. If you want to change the background color of the whole window, you have to obviously put in background color. So let's just save that and see how it would look now. It looks the same. So if we put in a color actually that's different, should be yellow. Should be yellow. So let's take this one out. Paste the yellow in. That's safe. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. So why would it default back? So it gets overwritten. Override. Gonna have to figure out what that is. But anyway, you get the idea. So one of these are obviously overriding it. I wonder if it's can't be input. Let's just change that to yellow as well. So yeah, that's the same. No. Well, I'm just gonna change all the goddamn backgrounds now to yellow. I don't know if I have to restart it completely, but it shouldn't. It should just work. Ah, okay. So one of these is obviously the goddamn background. So yeah, there you see it. So you can obviously now change a lot of other stuff here as well. Just ask AI, Gemini or Grok to give you more inputs that you can add here and how to change things. Pretty straightforward. So this is pretty much how you would modify and theme a Wofi. Now there is themes online that you can just use custom build and so on, but I mean, it's nice to do it yourself for a change. So let's exit this. I'm gonna delete those two files quickly. Let me just show you the default. So if I delete the whole folder, because if you install Hyprland, this is what you will see now. The default Wofi. So it will just have a default look, which is already alright. I mean, it's functional, it's usable. Why not? It's good. It doesn't have a built-in theme selector like Wofi has, like this. But if you want something that's already on the system, like I'm always trying to keep things simple. If it's on the system, if the program is already included, I will use that first. It has to be very terrible for me not to use it or install something else. Otherwise, I'm going to use it and see how far I can push it. Obviously, if you want to modify more and you want to go all out, then you need to install third party, or like in this instance, Wofi, which you can do way more with. You can actually create other applications. Like I've seen some people create calculators with this, and you know, other types of menus. It's got a built-in script thingy that you can use to actually do this. If you want to do the same with Wofi, you're actually gonna have to write the script yourself. So that's the difference. But for me, I just want the application manager, so I'll just be using Wofi then. So yeah, that was actually all that was there. So all you have to do is create that folder, create these two files, config and style.css, populate them with basic settings, whatever you want, and then start modifying them. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, like and subscribe if you like this video, and tell me which one you use, and maybe if you use the Wofi, which other custom menus have you created. So yeah, good.